I had to kind of bring out, my wireless mic, because I haven't used it in a while and I kind of like how loud I am. And you guys are going to want to hear me when it comes to this right here, because I'm going to be telling you guys the 10 different styles of haircuts you guys can get with your waves. And also the thing I'm going to be telling you guys is basically the different lengths to cut your waves down to. Now, I really broke it down to 3 different stages of you being a waver. I'm not, what is it called in interrogation? Segregated. I was way off. I said interrogation. Segregated. Okay, I'm not segregated over here. Just because I'm a straight hair waver doesn't mean, I ain't gonna give the information out for the medium and the coarse hair wavers. I get some coarse hair, medium texture wavers asking me questions too. So I can't be segregated, okay? But basically, that's all we're gonna be getting into in this video. Show you guys examples along the way so you guys see what the haircuts look like. So you know what? Let's go ahead and let's just get into the video. I'm gonna start with the most frequently asked questions, and that is, what do I cut my hair down to?
360. What should I cut my hair down to, bro? Like, I just started getting the waves. I don't really know how to, what length I should get it to. Should I use the 1, but I got straight hair, so it's on? Should I use the 2, but you know what, it's gonna...
You know what, I'm about to answer it right now. Now, when it comes to the straight hair wavers, I gotta start with the straight hair wavers, okay? Most of my subscribers are straight hair wavers. Hey, medium coarse, don't hate, okay? So, when it comes to cutting your hair down for a straight hair waver, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't recommend going against the grain. Now, I'm gonna get to that. So, we usually, for people that have straight hair or notice straight hair wavers, okay, I recommend really cutting it down to a 3 or 2 with the grain. Now, the reason I say with the grain, okay, now this is why I'm explaining why I prefer you go with the grain. I'm trying to help you guys out. Listen, okay? The reason why I really recommend going with the grain is because if your hair is slightly curly, you have a chance of already getting ripples when you're cutting down when you're basically cutting down your hair. Now, when you kind of are in that ripple stage and your waves ain't that strong or whatever you want to call it, okay? Cutting it down to a 3.5, and also, if you kind of just want it thick, go with the 4. If we're gonna be honest, I really use the 4. Like when I was in the ripple stage and I was like, I don't care. Now, if you wanted them wavers, okay, if you would, like, you the elite waver, okay, like you're elite straight hair waver, I really recommend cutting it with the 3.5 to a 3 with the grain. I always cut with the grain. At that point, your hair could kind of take those lower lengths. You could probably take a 2.5 if you want it, but I feel like when it comes to straight hair wavers, I feel like our waves look better when they're a little bit longer. That's why I recommend cutting with that. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get to the medium texture wavers. When it really comes to starting out getting your waves, if you're a medium texture waver, making that big chop, you guys already know how it is. You really wanna cut it down with a 1 with the grain. You could go with the 1.5. As a barber, I've done both of those and they worked really well. But I feel like the 1, it's kind of just that sweet spot. If you're like on that verge of becoming a straight hair waver, but you're not a straight hair waver and you're a medium texture waver, you could probably actually go with a 2 if you wanted to. When it comes to if you're a medium texture waver and you're, again, in that ripple stage, or you have them weak waves or something like that, I would kind of recommend going with a 2 or a 1.5. Now, the reason why I recommend those is because a 2 is kind of thick, especially for, with somebody of really curly hair, but not like kinky hair. You really want to cut it down to a 1.5 because it's kind of just giving you that little bit of low, length. It'll probably last you a little bit longer. I've noticed with some of the, medium texture waver cuts I've done, it kind of just lays their hair down a little bit better also. So if you want your hair laid just a little bit better, I would say the 1.5 is for you as well. Now, when it comes to your hair is trained, you're a medium texture waver and your hair is trained, you got elite waves, this and that, and you guys are wondering what you should cut your hair down to. It's tough when it comes to the medium texture wavers. Now, the reason I say that is because you guys could take a lot of different numbers here. you guys could probably take 3 different numbers. And that's a 1, a 1.5, and a 2. I feel like the coarse hair waivers, this is gonna be simple for y'all. So when it comes down to cutting your hair for the coarse hair waivers, I recommend just going ahead and cutting that boy down with a 1 with the grain. So when it comes to like you're like in the ripple stage, or maybe like, you know, you're more in that like your waves is weak, but you got the waves, you know what I'm saying? And you know your hair isn't trained at all, so don't cap. I would say, you know, go ahead and use the 1 or the 1.5 with the grain. I feel like that's a nice little number for you guys. Now, when it comes to you guys being like these elite wavers and you guys got these perfect waves, or you just almost there, I really recommend cutting down with a 1 guard. Now, this is probably the moment that maybe some of y'all been waiting for. These are the 10 different fades that you guys can get for your waves with your haircuts, because that's the hairstyle you want with your waves. Hairstyle number 1 I got for you guys is the high taper. Now the high taper, you know, you won't be getting, you know, that C cup as us barbers say. You guys will be getting more of just, you know, the front line and then the vertical bars. That's the only line you guys are going to be getting. The next thing, this is something I personally used to get, is also called the shadow taper. The shadow taper, it's just basically like you get like this little shadow for your sideburns, because a lot of people like those lined up in those ice pick sideburns. Now when it comes to getting the shadow taper, you can get it either boxed off, squared off, whatever you guys want to call it, okay? Or you can get the ice pick, which, come on, don't be that guy, okay? Don't be the dad that you look like you just shaved and that's why your sideburns are boxed off. Don't get the box, come on. Let your lineup be crispy, bro. The next haircut is the low bald taper. Now the low bald taper, you guys will have something as known as the C cup right here. It's this line right here, okay? Now it's basically, I guess it's for those people, you gotta basically have a nice C cup. And honestly, if you guys wanna know if you guys have a nice C cup, ask your barber. And you know what, if he honestly can't have that conversation with you right there, get up and leave that chair. Like, swear, if a barber cannot like literally examine your head and see what would fit your head, get your butt up and leave the chair, because he don't know what the heck he doing and he about to f you up, okay? Now the next one is called the burst taper. It's just something that looks different, you know, it doesn't look like your average low ball taper. It's just a tad bit different, adds more of a more bursty effect. Okay, next is the all even. Now the all even is where you don't get no taper, you don't get no nothing. All you get is cut down them waves, lined up, and get up and leave the chair. This is when your barber's just, you just giving up on all the barbers in your area, because you was just like, you know what, there's no good barbers. They can't mess it up. They can't mess up a lineup and then just chopping down my hair with the guard on. If you mess that up, you might as well just start cutting your own hair. I mean, come on, like they can't be that bad, can they? Next haircut we got is an actual fade, okay? It's an actual fade all around the head. So the first thing is the high fade, okay? Now it's basically just a fade that's high. Again, you only get the vertical bars, the front lineup. That's all you get. And basically it's just a fade but super high. That's all it is. But that's when we go into the next haircut. You know, if you do want that C cup, then I recommend, now this is where I get mixed up. It's called a mid fade in my opinion. Now because a mid fade, I feel like it starts in the middle of the head and it's like, okay, I'm going around. Some people, they put the mid fade with the vertical bars and then they go all around. Some barbers do it differently. You have to get that straightened out with your barber. Say, I want a mid fade, but I want the line here, okay? You gotta get that taken care of, get that together with your barber, okay? The next haircut is called the low bald, the low bald fade. I almost messed that up. Now the low bald fade is basically where like you wanna keep the most amount of progress. It's also known as the goat fade apparently now. That's new. It's super low. It says low as a barber can possibly get it. I hope this video helped y'all. I mean, I don't understand how this video could not help you guys out. I feel like, you know, this is just like I literally gave all the information possible in this video. Go ahead, drop a comment down below if you guys have a question, because you guys already know I love hearing you guys' questions. I could love to answer you guys. DM me. I mean, my Instagram has either been in one of these two corners over here. Let's help each other out. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I'll help you guys out by answering any questions you guys have, making videos on anything that you guys might need. So, like I said, I think I covered everything in this video. But there's only one more thing I gotta say is don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like the video if you like the video, because why would you like the video if you like the video? Go ahead and drop a comment down below, because you guys already know your guys' comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe, because we dropping fire videos. Literally fire videos just like this one. But hey, it's 360 Woods, and I'm